Just one attendance note. Tonight's attendance of 18,187 was our highest for a season opener in school history. Previous in 1990-91 was 17,778.
No comparison questions, so that's where the comparisons end for tonight. I think the first thing I have to do is thank our terrific fan base. I mean, for our fan base to show up for a home opener and have the highest attendance in school history speaks volumes. The tradition of the school, and part of that tradition, absolutely the fans. DJ Allen and his marketing team at UNLV and the group that spent countless hours making that attendance possible. It would mean so much to our recruiting. It means so much to our team. In terms of the game, went to shoot-around today, and after shoot-around, told our staff that we certainly have a long way to go, but we had a different team today in terms of our mindset. And we've practiced extremely well all year long, and it's just a matter of carrying over what we do in practice to the game. And certainly the last time out against Dixie, did a lot of nice things in the first half, and either forgot there was a second half or just lost our intensity. And so we just are trying with a new group to get better from possession to possession, from half to half, from game to the game, and that's what it's all about. I felt like tonight it started with Mike Moser. I mean, Mike Moser makes sacrifices. When you have a good team, when you want to become a very good team, it takes guys like Mike Moser, who scores 2 points and doesn't care because he goes and gets 11 rebounds and he gets 4 assists and no turnovers. He's another point guard on the floor in addition to Anthony Marshall. Anthony Marshall has improved so much in terms of what we've asked him to do. He's doing a terrific job out there. His numbers are great. It's just, I'm very pleased. It's always hard to play with a lead, certainly in terms of made a few too many turnovers in the second half, but overall what we got was great energy from our guys off the bench. We got a number of guys. It was their first regular season college game, and then the case of Bryce Dejean-Jones, it's the first time he's played in a regular season game in a year and a half, and he's coming off a broken hand. It just felt like overall our intensity was good, and we did a good job tonight. I'd be happy to take any questions.
21-0 in fast break points. You have to be pretty pleased with that.
Well, anytime there's a stat like that, it speaks to defense. And we were very concerned after watching the film. I never liked games against friends, and Jack Murphy is first and foremost a friend. He was a manager for us a year when I was an assistant coach here, and he and I've remained close over the years. So I never liked these games against friends, but we had a lot of respect for Northern Arizona and their ability to bounce the ball, to create opportunities and shoot three-point shots. And certainly they had our full attention after being down 1 or being up 1 with less than 6 minutes to go at Oregon, a Pac-12 school. And so, but it's a big deal. But 21-0 run has to start with defense. We have to do a better job on a consistent basis of converting in transition. It's certainly something on the film we'll get better at, but defensively tonight we did a very good job of contesting the three-point shooters. We told the guys at half that we gave up 5 made threes. Let's do a better job in the second half. Didn't put a number on it, but we gave up no three-point shots, makes in the second half. That's a big deal.
Dave, it's hard to say game one. These guys have something to prove, but did they tonight have something to show?
There's no doubt we've got a very competitive group. We've got a group that, once again, from the time we started practice for Canada, a lot of you have been at practice. We work extremely hard, and for whatever reason, in the close scrimmage and in the exhibition game against Dixie, we just were not able to sustain our effort. And we just need to get better with our group in terms of building our team camaraderie. It's a group that likes each other. But yes, I think it's a group that's going to play with a chip on its shoulder. It's a group that has high expectations for itself, and yet I think we were all a little bit disappointed with the way we performed our first 2 times out. And again, long way to go, but was pleased with our improvement from the exhibition game to tonight. I've never been one to take a look and say, well, the exact number, but we did a much better job in the first 2/3 of the game, throwing the ball inside, dribble penetrating the ball, and shooting threes off of kickouts. Until we prove that we can consistently make three-point shots, teams are going to sag on us and give us three-point shots. And my philosophy is that we've got good shooters. I want guys, if we play inside out, if we shoot them in transition, throw it in the post and kick them out, I want guys to shoot open shots. And we'll continue to do that. We'll continue to get better at that. We made some very timely threes tonight. And I did think that our shot distribution and the shots we took, for the most part, were good tonight. We shot 50% from the field, which is always a good indicator of what we're doing, and we are a much better free throw shooting team this year as well. And I'm pleased, obviously, with that.
You signed Bryce Jones. Can you talk about what you wanted him to do off the court and the court as he came into your program? Given what happened when he was
Again, I'll say it as long as they're willing to have me here, how grateful I am to Coach Kruger with the program that he left, and so we had 11 returning guys. They all stayed, and the guy we added in the spring was Bryce Dejean-Jones. I'd watched him in high school and loved his energy, loved what he brought, and I felt like we needed a guy in our program to supplement what we already had, a guy who had an edge. And Bryce absolutely hates to lose. No one works harder than he does, and the improvement he's made in terms of his disposition on the court has been remarkable, and it just speaks to our assistant coaches and the time they put in with him. I'm pleased with what he's brought, and for him to give us the lift he gave us off the bench after a tough outing in the exhibition game, great energy, and yet we still got some things on the film we can look at and watch. And Bryce is as coachable as anyone on our team. He wants his team to win, he hates to lose, and he wants to be as good as he can be. And tonight was a great first step in what I think will be a terrific UNLV career for Bryce.
There was so much hype surrounding the incoming players. All four of them playing in their first game, scoring double figures tonight. Talk about their performances as a collective whole.
It's a group that has done a terrific job of coming in and working hard and being coachable, and so much of that credit again goes to Coach Hudson, Coach Augman, Coach Schroyer for the hours that they spend with those guys, but it also goes to Mike Moser and Kim Birch and Anthony Marshall, Justin Hawkins, guys who helped recruit them, and then guys who've helped them, whether it was practicing in Canada or practicing for the regular season, just in terms of helping them with the learning curve. We've got a group. You saw our bench at the end, how hard they were still cheering for the guys, even though we had a fairly significant lead. And it's a group that continues to stay together, but I'm very pleased with the future of our program. We just need to continue to get better and stay coachable like we are right now. Anthony works hard. Anthony has a lot of pressure on him, just like our team does in terms of the expectation, and no one has higher expectation of Anthony than Anthony has of himself. And it's a great combination for a kid because he's a terrific player, and yet he's a great teammate, and he's got a high basketball IQ. And there's no doubt that he was frustrated with his performance. But even as good a player as he is, it's still a step up from a fabulous Finley Prep program where we played to this level. And it's just, there's a learning curve involved, but thought that he got off to a good start tonight. He was aggressive, he was confident, and he's worked extremely hard in practice. And Mike Moser's had so much to do with Anthony Bennett and his progress from the exhibition game to tonight, because he encourages him all the time.
Yeah, they put within 6 there in the first half, and your team goes on a 14-0 run. Just talk about that answer and your team's ability, obviously, as they got close.
Well, as I recall, Justin Hawkins had missed a couple shots to start the game, and I think they cut it to 6, and Justin Hawkins made a wide-open, deep three from the right wing. And one of the things we had talked about in the previous timeout was I thought our guys we'd missed a couple shots early, and I thought our guys were getting a little bit tentative. And you know my philosophy, as long as we play inside out, we had thrown it inside and we kicked it back out. I want our guys to play with confidence. And thought that was a very timely three, and then we got energy off of that, off the make. But you take a look at 24 assists and 33 baskets. That's a huge number for us. 72% of our baskets are assisted. And last year, we want to continue the trend from last year, where we were second in the country in assists and second in the country in baskets that were assisted. And whether we're that high this year or where we are, that's just a number. That's one of the first numbers I always look at. But it started with defense. We cut it to 6. We were disappointed. We messed up a couple of the switches, and it was a lesson for us to learn. But I thought our intensity from that point on, the rest of the half, was terrific.
You talked about shot selection earlier. I saw an exhibition, Anthony took 6 threes, but today the bulk of his work was around the rim. Was that something you emphasized to him?
Anthony's a terrific shooter. We play him as an inside player, but he's a terrific shooter, and so I want him to shoot shots when he's open. But just as a team, I want to make sure we play inside out, that we don't rely on threes. If we throw it in and they want to collapse and we throw it out, make an extra pass and shoot it, or we dribble, penetrate the ball and we shoot it, those are all good shots because we're in great position if we don't make the shot to get on the offensive boards. And so I think I've always said that the defense dictates what is available, but we don't have to shoot the first quick shot. We talk about being the Runnin Rebels and pushing the ball and shooting it quickly, but that doesn't mean we got to take bad shots. And so we still want to push the ball, throw it inside, dribble, penetrate the ball, make extra passes, but we want to do that fast. And it starts with Anthony Marshall. Anthony Marshall has been absolutely terrific in terms of facilitating. Tonight, 14 points, but 6 assists and 2 turnovers. He gets 6 assists in 25 minutes. I mean, I think with the improvement we're making, Anthony Marshall can be one of the top 10 players in the country in terms of assists, and he's done a terrific job for us as a lead guard.
You moved Hawkins into the starting lineup. How did you feel about his performance?
Really was looking for experience tonight. Knew that this was a difficult group for us to guard, and as it turned out, number 20 for them, I can't think of his last name, but believe me, we know exactly who he was. Didn't start for them because of the injury, so they started 4 guards. So it was important for us to switch 4 just to try to not give up 3-point shots. And Justin just brings great experience. I just wanted us, after the exhibition performance in the second half, even though I was very proud of how we battled back and the shots Kate and Reinhardt made down 7 in overtime, I wanted to get off to a good start defensively in the game. And if they made contested shots, they made contested shots. But I thought it would be good for Bryce and for Savon to see what was going on, to be able to come off the bench and bring energy for us off the bench. And our starting lineup's not necessarily set in stone. But the thing about our guys is I've got more than 5 starters, and we're going to need everybody today. And I mean, just so we all know, we played Barry Chaney at the end, and then Charles Rushman, who's another non-scholarship player for us, actually is also going to red shirts. So we may lead the country in red shirts this year.
Coach, can you talk about your defense? Only 2 points in the game first half.
Yeah, again, we understood that the challenge for us tonight was to make sure that we contested the 3-point shots, and then once we contested the 3-point shots, we knew there'd be long rebounds. We need to do a good job of getting defensive rebounds, and that goes back to T.E.'s question about a 21-0 fast break advantage. And we knew if we could contest shots, get them to miss, get defensive rebounds, we could push the ball in transition and play. But at the same time, that left Anthony Bennett, that left Quintrell Thomas vulnerable inside because we were so stretched out. And I thought that we made great improvement from exhibition to now. And Quintrell Thomas is one-on-one. Quintrell Thomas is our best one-on-one low-post defender. I mean, you think about the job he did last year on Myers-Leonard for Illinois, and that's just one example. And Myers is in the NBA now. So proud of the job that both those guys did. And Anthony's learning every single day. And like I say, like all the new guys, he's very coachable. And believe me, we're not satisfied. We've got a long way to go. We want to make improvement when we come back and practice. And we have to take tomorrow off as an NCAA mandated deal. And then we'll come back and we need to get better on Wednesday. Watch film, see the things we didn't do quite as well, and move on and get ready for the game against Jacksonville State on Saturday.
All right, thanks, Coach. We'll bring the players up now. From the media.
Andy, just talk about that performance. Pretty impressive considering what happened last time.
Yeah, tonight we just came out with a defensive mindset. Like I previously stated, like I feel like we play our best basketball when we're defending crazy, you know, taking away the passing lanes, getting stops, getting rebounds and block shots, and that allows us to get out in transition and, you know, display our athletic ability. That's when you see the no-look passes, the alley-oops and stuff like that. So it started on the defensive end, and I mean, we came up with a win.
Bryce, it's been a long time. How did you get back on the court? How did it feel to knock down that first shot?
It felt great to finally be back out there after a year and a half. We had a great game tonight. Everybody played well on both ends of the floor, and we came out with a win. It felt great.
Anthony Bennett, can you talk a little bit about your comfort level on the floor tonight compared to maybe last Wednesday?
I felt like last Wednesday was like my first game as a college player, you know, a little nervous, I'll say. So this game I just got all the jitters out and just played well, how I can play.
You think starting off with that dunk kind of ensured that you kind of felt at ease out there tonight?
Pretty much, yeah. It was a pretty aggressive dunk, you know. I just wanted the fans to get into it. And then once the fans get into it, we get into it, so that's how it is.
Anthony, you came to the Southern Rebels, played many times when you were with Finland. How did it feel being in front of that many people and the crowd cheering like that?
It's crazy. You know, we don't have that at Findlay Prep or in Canada. So just coming out here, just having the fans come out and support you, teammates support you too. It's a great feeling.
Anthony, Dave keeps talking about kind of pressure that you're going to feel and that you're going to do into this year. Do you feel that? How do you feel as you approach this season?
To be honest, I don't really pay attention to all that. I know if I pay attention to that, I'm going to start playing bad. I just go out there and just have fun with my teammates and coaches, you know, just play my game.
Do you see a different kind of spotlight on you as you approach the season?
No, I don't think the spotlight's on me necessarily. The spotlight's on everybody. We got to perform well.
Anthony, as the senior leader on this team, how'd you like seeing all the young guys come out there and have big nights and really excel?
It's very special, you know. A lot of the times you just see the amount of work they put in, you know, during practice and after practice. They spend a lot of time working on their game, so to see them to get out there and display that, I mean, it's a special feeling. I'm happy for everybody.
Bryce, you had to feel like you could shoot over any of the guards that were guarding you tonight, right? They were all about 5 inches shorter than you.
Yeah, we had a great shooting night tonight. I just feeling it. Just kept shooting the ball and it kept going in. So yeah, it was a great feeling.
How's the hand going?
It's getting better. It's getting a lot better. It's a process. I'm taking it one step at a time.
And you had no problem diving on the floor and that type of thing, even with a couple minutes left in the game?
I don't think about that until after.
Anthony, how important was it that so many of the points tonight, not only from Bennett, but from everybody came in the paint, as opposed to, you know, the other night where, you know, a lot of outside shots. Here it was kind of more balanced.
It's very important. I mean, we got some of the best post players in the country, so why not exploit that? And, you know, we just kind of try to make a consistent effort to get the ball inside, at least touch it. I mean, when we throw it inside, the defenses, they have to play our bigs or they're just going to go in and score. So once they do it, they try to go over and double. That allows them to kick out and, you know, make an extra pass. And that's when we get the open shots that we want. So, I mean, a lot of credit goes to our big guys.
Anthony Marshall, you can see the disappointment in you guys' face after the last game. What was kind of said in just the team manner to come out here tonight and do much better?
The beginning of the game, we just wanted to get off into a good start. And then after that first timeout and a couple other timeouts, when we got up a little bit, we just wanted to stay consistent. You know, the motto we just sent in the huddle, don't let up. You know, just keep playing hard, keep handling every possession. Because against last week, when we did that, we went up a little bit. We kind of got complacent, and that's when they made a run and stuff like that. And they're a very good three-point shooting team. So we just want to get stops on the defensive end and allow that to get us out in transition on the offensive end.
Anything else for these guys?
One more, Anthony Bennett. After a first game like this, I hope you relax a little bit and still good to get the first game out of the way, your first college game.
Yeah, you know, coming from Findlay, you know, we just don't have like this. It was a great coach, but the fans and stuff, we never had that at Findlay. So just coming out here, just seeing what the college games were like, you know, just kind of made me kind of relax a little.